All right, thank you, Courtney. Want to get to our own Aaron Parsegian, who was at a Democratic watch party in Orlando. Last time we chatted, Aaron, you were in the car on the phone. Now we got you in front of a camera. What's the word, sir?
Yeah, and we were coming here to the Abbey in downtown Orlando. This is the official watch party for the Florida Democratic Party and the Orange County Democrats, the local ones here in the state. Of course, a lot of people have filed in the past few minutes, getting a look at some of these numbers as they're starting to come in and getting an idea where things may be headed. Now, we are focused on the top of the ticket as well with the presidential race, including how Vice President Kamala Harris is performing here in Florida. There's an interesting dichotomy between the people at this party right now. It's interesting because, they are hopeful and wishful for what could come later tonight, but also realistic and understanding that Florida may not be the traditional battleground state that it historically has been in the past, and that's changed in recent years. Of course, in 2020, President Joe Biden lost Florida, but then went on to win the election. In the past 4 years, registered Republicans have vastly outnumbered the amount of registered Democrats here in the state. But on top of keeping an eye on the presidential ticket, many of the folks here taking a look at many other races, including the local ones here to the Orlando area, and then some of the down ballot amendment questions. One of the things we're also keeping a look at now, there's new leadership at the top of the Florida Democratic Party. Chair Nikki Frieda took over after the 2022 election when they had a pretty dismal performance. They had really worked the ground hard. I interviewed her about a year ago saying they were really focused on energizing voters. They did a lot of that side by side with the Harris campaign. The vice president herself not making any stops here after being named the nominee, but they did have that ground game involved with bus tours and some surrogates, including her husband, Doug Emhoff, who came to South Florida, as well as Hillary Clinton, who was last in Tampa last weekend. So there is an air of excitement around here, but an understanding that Florida may not be the battleground that historically has been in the past. Of course, they're going to be keeping a close eye on many of these races. And of course, we'll hear from some of these major players here in the Florida Democratic Party throughout the night. We'll toss it back to you now.